Hey guys, Taylor here in Guangzhou again, back with another video. And I'm back in Guangzhou now, and back to reality. For those of you that have been following my channel, you'll know that I was in Hong Kong for a while. And I did a little travel series with my buddy Colin on some of the best places in Guangzhou, best places in Hong Kong, should I say, and some of the most beautiful places in Hong Kong. Definitely check those out if you get a chance. But now I'm back in Guangzhou, back to reality. And back to doing my favorite things, and that's spending time with my family, and hitting the gym, eating amazing food, and drinking really, really good beer. And that's what this video today is about. It's about drinking good beer. Today, it's all about German beer. Believe it or not, in China, it's very easy to get good German beer, especially from the stores like 7-Eleven and some of the supermarkets. A lot of the imported beer that they have is actually from Germany. And they have a lot of brands here from Germany that are actually I've never seen in Canada before, so they're kind of interesting. I have had a couple of different ones, but today I have 5 different ones that I picked up from 5 different brands of German beer that I picked up, and I'm going to sample them today and see how they are. They're ice cold right now, ready to go, and I'm going to try them out and let you know how they are and give you a recommendation of which ones maybe you should try if you get a chance. Alright, so let me grab my beer glass. I got a nice big one here, a nice big beer glass here. I'm ready to go, and let's try these German beers. Here we go. Alright, first up we got a Hefeweizen, or a Hefeweiss beer. And this is by Polliner. It's from Munich, Germany. And Hefeweizen, Weiss beer is just German for wheat beer. This is a German wheat beer. And this beer is typically from the south of Germany. And I can see I got my frosted beer glass here. It's from Bubblegum Shrimp at the Peak in Hong Kong. And check out my last video of my Hong Kong series to see how I got this glass. And alright, so I'm about to try this beer. And I'm a fan of German wheat beers. This one here in particular is like a golden color one, I believe, a little bit darker, this one. And these wheat beers, usually have a little bit of a spicier taste, and little hints of banana, actually, the taste of banana you get from the yeast, actually. So I'm a big fan of these. I'm going to try this one right now and see how it is here. Alright, so that poured really nicely. As you can see, it's a darker, like a golden color, amber color, and the beer is a little bit cloudy, as to be expected with a wheat beer. Wheat beers are cloudy, usually. And it's got a nice thick head on it. Let's give it a smell. Yeah, you know, when you smell it, you get it's got that spicy aroma. Not spicy, but I don't know, like sweet and spicy aroma. And you know, it really does smell kind of like banana. You know, I did some reading about these German wheat beers, and a lot of times from the yeast you get these what they call banana notes, like little taste of banana, and that just comes from the yeast, actually. Yeah, it actually smells like banana, but really there's no actual bananas in the beer. That's the crazy thing. So let's give it a try. Very good, very refreshing, very, very smooth at first, actually, with a bit of a dry finish, actually. Very nice. Got that sweet taste to it, a little bit bitter aftertaste as well. Very, very nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rate these beers out of 10. I'll give them on a 10-point rating. I'm going to give this one, well, this is very good, actually. I'm going to give it an 8. Give it an 8 out of 10. Give this one an 8. Alright, so I'm going to finish this beer up and move on to the next one. So I got 5 different beers here today. This is the first of 5. So by the end of this, I'm probably going to have a pretty good buzz going on. But I'm going to let you know which one of these 5 beers I recommend the most. Pretty good. Alright, next up we got another Hefeweizen. And most of these beers actually are German wheat beers that I got. And this one is another one from Munich. And I'm not sure if I'm saying this correctly. Franziskaner Weiss beer. This is from Munich. This is another one, like the first one, Paulaner. This one and the other one, the other brand, is very, very popular during Oktoberfest, which I'm sure you know of. It's a very popular beer celebration from the end of October, sorry, the end of September into the beginning of October every year in Germany. And this is one of the big beers that they have down there in Munich. So I'm going to try this one right now. I haven't tried this one before, and it's another German wheat beer. Should be a little bit similar to the first one, but I'm going to see which one is the best one. So I'm going to try this one right now and see how it is. Alright, so if you look at this one, it looks almost identical to the first one, if not maybe a little bit lighter than the first one, but pretty much the same. It's the same style of beer from the same city, so it can't be too much different, I guess. The smell on this one doesn't seem to be as strong as the first one. Let's see. Nice head on there. Not too much taste to the beer froth. This one's quite nice actually. A little bit more crisp than the first one. A lot less bitter aftertaste, that's for sure. Got the same, got a little bit of the same taste. A little hint of banana and a little bit of spiciness for sure. But it's less of a bitter aftertaste. And actually, I think I don't know, let me try it one more time. Goes down a little bit more smoothly, actually. I would have to say it's a little bit lighter. And actually, technically it is, because I forgot to mention this one. The first beer, the Paulaner, it's 5.5% alcohol. And this one, the second one, is 5%. So it's a little bit less alcohol. So the second one is actually a little bit smoother, and it goes down a little bit, a little bit easier, a little bit lighter, I'd have to say. To be honest, I actually prefer this one, the second one. I mean, they're both really good, but if I had to choose one, I would choose this one here. So I don't know, I'm going to give it an 8.5. 8.5. A little bit of a slight edge over the Paulaner. If I was ever going to Munich for Oktoberfest, I would stop in this tent for sure for this company. Franziskaner. I think I'm saying that right. I'm probably saying it wrong, but if you're watching this video and you think and I'm saying it wrong, you know I'm saying it wrong, leave a comment in the section below and let me know. But yeah, I definitely have to go with this one over the Paulaner. It's got a slight edge. In my opinion, I think it's a little bit better. Ooh, very nice.
What are you doing?
Okay, next up is another wheat beer. In fact, I just noticed that all the beers I got today are German wheat beers. They're actually all Hefeweizens. I didn't actually realize that until just now. This is another one. It's called Streitberg, and it's from Germany. It's a wheat beer. I'm not sure which city. It says on the back, but I can't really pronounce it. I'll have to check it out later. Or if you know, leave a comment in the section below. This is another German wheat beer. This one is supposed to be a little bit lighter than the first two. This is actually only 4.9% alcohol, so it's a little bit 0.1% lighter than the last one we just tried. And I'm going to give it a try right now and see how it is. So this one is nice. Is, as you can see, a little bit lighter than the first two. It's cloudy like the first two, but the actual color of it is a little bit lighter, like a lighter gold. More of a fruity aroma to this one, that's for sure, definitely. Let's give it a try right now. Yeah. Very nice. Definitely a taste. It's got a little bit of a citrusy taste to it. Really, really sweet. Don't get that little hint of spiciness and the banana taste like the first two beers. But this one is very, very light, very, very refreshing. It's quite nice. But to be honest, I prefer the other two over this one. Bit of a better taste. I prefer it a little bit stronger than this. This is very nice, very refreshing. Nice for a hot day. I'll give it that. It's quite nice. I will say that. Just a little bit less flavorful than the first two, but it still is quite nice. Out of 10, I would say I'm going to have to give it a 7. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for sure. Ooh. Alright, next up we got another one, another wheat beer. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right. Oettinger. Oettinger. I'm not 100% sure. If you know that I'm wrong, leave a comment in the section below. Let me know that I am wrong. I'm going to say Oettinger. Oettinger is another wheat beer from Germany, from the south of Germany. Doesn't say which city, but you know it's from the south because this beer style is from the south of Germany. So I'm gonna give this a try. This one is another 4.9% alcohol, so it's just like the last one we just tried. I'm gonna give it a try right now and see how it is. Alright, so you know the color on that is also it's like a light gold color, just like the last one. Very similar. It looks very similar to the last one. Give it a try here. Okay. It doesn't have quite as much of the citrusy smell and the fruity smell as the last one did. Can you give it a try? It's nice. It's very refreshing. A little bit of a crisp taste. It doesn't have that fruity and citrusy taste that the Strideberg had. The last one I had. I wouldn't say it's quite as nice as the last one or the last three, to be honest. It's not bad, of course. It's not bad, obviously, but it wouldn't be my go-to. That's for sure. It's quite nice. It's good for a hot day. You know, it's a very, very refreshing, very easy drinking beer. Actually, to be honest, it's 4.9%. So, like I said, it's very similar to the last one I just drank, the Strideberg. But to be completely honest, I enjoyed the Strideberg. The Striper just had more flavor. The last one had more taste to it. I mean, this one is good. It's just it's a little bit weak. It's like, I don't know. It seems like it's watered down a little bit. Definitely not the worst beer I've ever had. That's for sure. Far from the worst beer I've ever had. That's for sure. But it's compared to the other three beers that I just drank right now, this is probably the worst one, I'd have to say, in my opinion. If I'm going to give it a rating out of 10, I would have to say, I don't know, I'll give it a 6. Have to give it a 6. Right now, out of the 4 that I've tried, this is at the bottom of the barrel. This would not be my go-to. Alright, so we made it to our last beer for tonight. Number 5 is Valentin's Premium Hefeweiser beer. And I'm not sure what city this is from, but this is from the south of Germany for sure. And look at the front here. Look at this guy in the front. I'm not sure who that is on the front cover, or on the can actually. It looks like Jesus. I don't know who it is, but yeah, this one is 5.3% alcohol. And I saved this one for last. This one, apparently it should be very similar to the first two that we had today. But I'm going to give it a try right now. Let's see how it is. This is our last beer for today, number 5. Here we go. Alright, so as you can see, you know, the color is very similar to the first two beers we had today. The Franziskaner and the Paulaner, sorry. A little bit of that darker gold color, that amber color. It smells very flavorful, actually. Very nice. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it's very nice. Very similar to the Franziskaner. Very, very light, very, very easy drinking, very crisp. A little bit of a bitter aftertaste. Got that citrusy flavor as well. You know, that very, very small hint of banana taste. I don't know how to describe it. It tastes like banana. Very, very small hit of that. A little bit of spiciness to it as well. Let's give it another try. Yeah, but very, very smooth. A little bit of a dry aftertaste, much like the first two. I don't know. You know, it's very, very light. A little bit less flavorful than the Franziskaner, but still very, very nice. You know, I'd have to give it, I don't know, I have to give it an 8 for sure. It's very, very nice. Probably not the best, but it's up there. It's in the top 3 for tonight, that's for sure. Ooh. Alright, so just finished beer number 5. Finished all 5 of these beers. The Paulaner, the Franziskaner, the Streichberg, Oettinger, and the Valentin's German-style wheat beer from the south of Germany. All 5 beers. I'd have to say, for sure, my number 1 is the Franziskaner. Really nice and smooth, great taste. Has a little bit of an edge over the Paulaner. My number 2 would be the Paulaner for sure. These two, the best ones out of these 5 that I tried for sure. I highly recommend them if you're a fan of German wheat beer, or if you want to try good beer from Germany. These two, very, very, very nice. The rest of these beers, also very, very good. You know, the Valentin's probably my number 3 for sure. These two right here, the 2 yellow ones here, the Streichberg and the Oettinger, very nice, but just a little bit less flavorful than the other 3. They wouldn't be my go-to for sure, but they're still very good beers, of course. I would recommend them, but if I had to choose one as my number 1, it would be this one. You know, if I was going to Oktoberfest in Munich, this would be the beer that I'd be drinking, my number 1 beer. And my number 2 would be the Paulaner for sure. These 2 beers, fantastic. And I'll definitely be getting them again here in China. You know, in China you can see a lot of good German beers. These are very easy to get. Like, I can just go to the 7-Eleven, I can pick these up. These are imported from Germany. You know, it's very easy to get here in China, and fairly inexpensive too. Like these these cans, these tall boys, from the store downstairs of my place, they're about 12 RMB. That's about a little bit over $2 Canadian per can. Is very, very cheap, very, very inexpensive, and you know, good beer. I highly recommend it to everybody. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I got a pretty good buzz going on here. I just had 5 German beers, German wheat beers, you know. I had a really good time trying these beers. I'll definitely be getting some of these again, especially the Polliner and the Frenzy Connor for sure. I highly recommend them. I hope you enjoyed this video. For more videos on life in China, as well as some videos on the best places in Hong Kong, and some videos on some craft beer and the best beer in the world, subscribe to my channel. And until next time, this is Taylor in Guangzhou. Have a great day.